Hey, welcome back. I don't even know. Oh, I know. Excuse me, this is the end. Act 1 thing. So we got one thing to do with the Senate. Let's do this one. This cracks me up. If they're locked, why do you even ask? Maybe it's a reminder.
I see him. By fire. Talking to his friend.
Let's find a way to let him down easy.
I don't even remember what we're doing. Who are we letting down easy? I'm just looking for hidden goodies. Sorry. She has really good eyesight if she can see them. I don't see anybody.
You came, and you have brought Daenerys.
Calidar is showing me around. This city is big. Bigger than I thought. We have seen many dresses. Some of them actually pink.
Bright red. A bright color of warning. A predator's color. Pink looks good on you, Daenerys.
Thank you. What is this place? Why are you here always? A place for your war god? Why do you have so many gods? People are difficult enough. Gods are worse.
You speak truth. Perhaps our souls are lonely, and that's why we need many gods.
There! Stop right there! You're coming with us!
Please, do not make this more difficult than it needs to be.
Do you know these Landakai? Arrested? For what?
She killed a man.
I kill men all the time. When they deserve it.
Rome does not look kindly on women who kill men, regardless of how much the man deserved it.
Deserved? I didn't realize marriage was a capital offense.
I guess she's the one doing the talking. It feels weird because I'm choosing her dialogue for her.
He was your husband. He's allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants, and you're still not allowed to kill him. Yulia, please. I do not want to see you hurt. Surrender peacefully.
That sounds like a threat, little man. Threatening the wrong person can get you killed.
What? Are you her gladiator lover or something? What do you mean?
Usually, what I say.
Do you think you're in a position to threaten me?
What did I say, little man?
Don't hurt him too badly, guys. Don't worry. We won't.
We will just teach him a lesson he will not soon forget.
always underestimate me.
We have like no armor. These are weird battles. Oh, that's why I got attacked. I tried to do a throw something. Always the nutcracker. Always.
One left. Disappointing.
Curse this mess! Aulus, you fool!
He will be fine. More guards may be coming. It is time to leave now.
What was the point of this? I mean, I guess it is some story. They put a lot of attention to detail in this. There's nothing to loot. It was, because you're unarmed, it's a very challenging battle. Everybody else seems to be able to have weapons. No, the thing is I do have armor and weapons. I just don't know if I'm supposed to be able to put them on. Hold on. We need to track the proper quest here. I won't have the nutcracker with me. I mean, they went through all the trouble to make this. I mean, from a graphical perspective, somebody, they had to pay an artist to do all of this for what is currently just one scene.
Good, you're here. Let us begin. First, tell me what you thought about my question. Certainly, I wanted you to think about the meaning of life. Yours or mine, it doesn't matter. What do you think the meaning of life is? The purpose of it? Isn't that a bit pointless? Do we live to live? I disagree. It is a Badlanista who beats the Serwis for no apparent reason. Knowing the reason makes you stronger. To understand reasons, we must understand causes. We must know the root cause of all there is and all there will ever be, the stones of which the universe is made, or what we call the first principle. Not literally. But just as a house is made of stones, everything is made of something. Where it ends is the first principle. No one really knows what the first principle is, but thinking about it is the first step in finding one's purpose. Opinions are divided. Some say the first principle is water. Others say it's wind, fire, or earth. What do you think the first principle might be? And that is what Empedocles says. He believes any or all of those can be the answer. It depends on the situation or person. But I believe that to be a non-answer. I agree. Or maybe nothing comes out of anything. Parmenides said, nothing can ever be seen in the process of becoming. Things always just are. A process of change is just a trick of our senses. At any given moment, things are stationary. If your senses are not reliable, how could you ever know? Do not think of it as water itself. Anaximandros says the first principle is fluid and water-like. It is the indeterminate boundless. He calls it the realm of the infinite, which is in eternal motion. When things exist, they become finite. But when they cease to exist, they go back to the water of infinity. An interesting take on the tale of the basilisk. Indeed. Perhaps our actions turn our ideas into stone. Ah, it is not about strength. Anaximenes believes the wind is the soul of the world, because it is the wind that makes us breathe and live. He also posits that all other elements are derived from air. Fire happens when wind blows too fast, yet water happens when the air is too slow.
This is taking me back to my college days when we studied Aristoteles, and I know he's not Roman, but still, some of the ideas they have are interesting, and this is just taking me back to all that.
Maybe. I don't think a rock has breath, though. It's more about the inherent movement of fire than the destructive force thereof. Heraclitus says fire is change, and as such, the only thing that is always the same. Everything changes. Nothing ever is. We are all in the process of becoming and never stop. Change is the only common element in the world. He also gives the example of a river. He says one can never bathe in the same river, for the next time you try, the water is not the same water, and the man is not the same man. Who knows? Thinking about the first principle is a way of thinking about the world. And only by knowing the world clearly can you know yourself. Most certainly, but that hardly matters until you know what you're fighting for. Only then you can trust your actions. Only then can you be a good man. Only then can you be free. Perhaps because your mind is not free. A man who is not allowed to do what he wants. Can such a man be truly free? Because you're free to look anywhere, but you do not know where to begin. Sometimes an abundance of freedom can be as restricting as the lack thereof. You may pursue your own happiness, but when it comes at the cost of someone else's, can you be called a good man? A good man can sacrifice his own happiness for that of others. You can do that even if you're usually a bringer of pain. Happiness is the absence of misery. If you do not know how to make people happy, then you can try to eliminate misery. By doing that, you can be a good man. I know. You have unfinished business. You will not be happy unless you find her. It is your goal in life, Bestia. Just like your sister, you are partly stuck in the realm of ideas. You will not be complete until you find her, or find her not. You are a child, Bestia. No one will hold you to account for what you thought back then. It is only natural. Who knows who Serwa your sister is now? Do you want me to be honest?
Lie to me.
What matters is not if you will find her, but what you will do if you find her. Then I have succeeded as Magister. I can only ask the right questions. It is you who should find the answers.
These Romans, all they do is ask questions that there are no answers for, and then make themselves sound magnanimous for it. It's just like going to a university these days, or getting on Facebook. This is like early Roman gaslighting. That's what this was. You're not happy because you choose not to be happy. You must figure out the first principle. But what is the first principle? Well, no one knows what the first principle is, but you must. It's your fault because you haven't figured it out. It's total Roman gaslighting.
How is it?
Alright, just to make sure. I think we're done. Obviously, we're not going to find his sister in the end of Act 1.
Do you need me?
Good evening.
Is everything well, dear?
And all of this was just Act 1.
They told me Lucullus is your Patronus now. That means our family reputation will be restored.
That and more.
Lucius!
Salve, Claudiana. I wanted to arrive sooner, but we had work to do at the Senate. The villa is legally yours. The Trinity of Rights has been restored as yours and yours alone, Legate. She's still married to Scaiola, and there's nothing we can do about that. However, now that you're here, I suggest you turn that into an advantage.
I don't know how we can ever repay you, Lucius.
There's no need to repay anything. You of all people should know that, Claudiana. This was not a transaction. In that case, I can say we're even.
Is that it? But what if
Don't worry, Claudiana. No one can harm your family as long as I am alive. Everything will be fine.
Oh, what a thing to say. As long as I am alive. Bum, bum, bum. Foreshadowing. "5 years. Received our 6,000 in payment. Always excellent. Always checking for the hidden goodies. There's a broom I can pick up.
Good morning, dear. Have you slept well?
What's the deal with the cats in this game?
Cats standing guard. Against whom? Will they stop the northern barbarians by their sheer fluffiness? It is always wise to be careful. Speaking of which, your sister sent a message again. She wants to meet you at the marketplace as usual. Do not make her wait this time. She's risking a lot by doing this. This can't go on. You must find a way to get her back. Whatever you do, be careful.
Alright, so
Is everything well?
I wish
Do you
you
need
just let
me?
me wait inside.
She's under orders not to get too close to the villa.
is this our, yep, our Legion Kellers?
That's in case she's being followed.
That's more like an achievement
It
thing.
just seems
Do you need me?
you're out there on the dusty street.
I'll bring her a glass of water next time.
I am still just looking around. I don't think there was much of anything to look at or pick up, or even anybody to talk to. Looks like we've got Cineros
God,
here,
good morning,
5 years
Dominic.
older. I mean, my goodness,
I've been
he's
waiting
gonna
for
be
you.
on
Cutting up
AARP
the
by
weeds
now.
and trimming hedges, it's a constant struggle to keep nature in check.
You jest, I'm sure. If anything, I've grown a bigger belly. The wine doesn't help.
It never does, mister. It never does.
I can't think of a reason why he would not be doing well. I've heard Nasamones is a land of forbidden pleasures. Alas, it's too far away. But speaking of our friends in high places, it might be worth going to the Senate this afternoon. Tullius Cicero is holding court there today. You might learn something. It is generating quite a bit of income, even though our recipes are old. The grape seed we have imported from Gallia produces tasteful drink. There's always room for improvement, though. That you do. And I can buy some groceries while we're at it.
Alright, fair enough. I wonder if they called it groceries back then, because there was no such thing as a grocery store.
These
Maybe a
damn
poor
trolls
choice
and
of
their indiscriminate
words.
defecation.
Oh, I am torn now. Hold on. There it is. Where did the term grocery originate? In the 14th century, so the 1300s. From the Anglo-French grocer, referring to a person who sold by the gross. The Romans did not have the word grocery. So there you have it, folks. Report that defect. We have only one quest. And that quest is justice. And to not use the word groceries in ancient Roman games.
Free medical advice. I am well Salve, Legate. Welcome back. Is there anything you need?
I don't know if I need either of these. Yeah, I'm not buying either.
I'm looking to commission
I mean, bandages are always
my
good.
bedroom wall.
Of
And they should probably make sure everybody has
to discuss
bandages.
the details.
Well, that's just...
Let me make sure. Ooh. That's right. This was Caesar's sword. So the bandage thing. Back to that. So we have 5 linen. I think that's what's used for bandages.
the ludicrous.
Something
I'm gonna come back. We'll get... I want everybody to have bandages. Although I think you couldn't apply bandages to
I do
yourself,
house
if I
calls,
remember
indeed.
correctly. It doesn't say. Maybe it was the bandages we got out of the drawers, like the ones you get in the missions. Those ones you couldn't apply to yourself. I think you can apply these to yourself. You can remove bleeding and heal your health. I mean, this is huge. And I really should make sure everybody has that.
Salve, Legate. Welcome back. Of that, I have plenty. How many do you need?
Oh gosh, I have to choose. So he has 15 of them. I don't know if I want to buy all 15. I have 10 in my party. I think I determined... Let's just buy 5. Because I already have some.
Thank you. Let us...
I probably didn't even need to buy those 5, to be honest, but... Now we got it good and covered. Looking around for hidden goodies. Because remember, there's stuff everywhere. Is this our friendly neighborhood blacksmith? Yep.
I didn't expect you to come around again anytime soon. I'm afraid I have no more.
And his ancient artifact. Let's get that learned. Oh, that's right, he gave me that shield. That mammoth of a shield. Where did it go? Right there.
Salve.
Salve, Legate. It is so good to see you after all this time. Oh, thank you. It was not an easy election campaign, but now my family has 2 men in the Senate. What brings you to the market today? Surely you have Serwi for that purpose. It is good that you're here, though. It seems poor Louiana is harassed by some less virtuous individuals when visiting the market. She is talking to people she should not talk to. You never know where this kind of thing will lead. There are scoundrels and thugs all across the city.
Senator, someone just took your coin purse. He's running there. Look.
What? I didn't feel... You're right. It's gone.
I see him. We'll get the bastard.
Wait! No one has even been near me. Except...
Does stupidity run in your family, or are you exceptional this way?
thieving bitch. Louiana, stay here.
She did awesome. I like that girl.
Thank Juno she was here. Both Lorco and Skyavola are very busy these days. I don't exactly know what's going on. I think he always did, but never cared much. Something must have changed. Me? Oh yes, surprisingly well still. Skyavola is treating me like a queen. No doubt they're trying to turn me against my family. I don't know. Disappeared a while ago. It makes me nervous. Skyavola might be the elder brother, but Lorco always creeps me out. He is smarter than he looks. Certainly smarter than my husband. I've seen a lot of merchants and galley captains passing in and out of the villa, but it can't just be a new trade deal that's generating such commotion in the household. I fear they're planning something personal. Something big. Skyavola left a number of strange shipping manifests in the library. They are sending a lot of ships to Egypt. I have no idea why, but I may be able to retrieve the documents for you. I will. Wale, brother. May Fortuna smile on you.
It's funny. I always want to know that my my sister's doing okay. But they always scoff at me whenever I ask that question. Guess it's not a thing I'm supposed to do. Some of these skill trees have very anticlimactic bottoms to them. The defender class is not... I mean, they do have a lot of shields. Alright, find Kalida. I like her more than the Russian, even though I've flirted with both in this game.
It's been a long time.
Of course. That's why I said it, right? We gotta do this option.
It's good to see you as well. I'm sorry I never came back to visit. Something always came up.
Yeah.
I've
people
received a
wanna kill
message
you.
from the Proconsul. He says you'll need me very soon.
If I know Dominus Lucullus, he would have sent a rider for you with all the instructions. A reasonable precaution. We may soon need their assistance. You should go ahead. I get the feeling time is of the essence.
If that rider hasn't been intercepted. But yes.
They paid 1,000 denarii for him.
But you told me he wasn't very good at his work.
He's being trained as an actor now. Apparently he is good at that.
Then we should go and watch a...
So had we gone after the galley instead of the cave, the sister would have been free from the marriage, but they said that she would have died later.
Excuse me.
Possibly here. It's always very interesting. And Skyovula would have been arrested. But Luco, or whatever his name is the true mastermind. So really, you would have gotten justice, but it would have still not been the one that was the kingpin. So very interesting
It
how
arrived just after noon. The rider insists on giving the message to you. It appears this man was instructed to meet you here as well.
Salve, what's going on?
Yeah, we're not doing that one. That's a little too Roman for my tastes.
Of course, my friend.
The message, please.
You must leave everything and come to Nazamones immediately. We're in grave danger. And I'm afraid in this case, we refers to both our family and Rome itself. It seems we have underestimated Vitellius Loco. Although the little brother wields no political power of significance, he is the de facto leader of his family. An ambitious man who isn't reckless makes an enemy to be reckoned with. His friendly demeanor masks a molten core of vengeful desire. He still remembers how we dismantled their illegal operations in Asia. And I'm afraid he wants our lives in return. I have reason to believe Lurko is planning something big. My speculatores say he's preparing to remove me from my position in Nazamones by force and make it look like a local uprising. If he succeeds, Rome is likely to lose control of the entire territory, giving Lurko the perfect excuse to challenge the current consuls. We cannot allow him to go ahead with this plan. I need your help. Reconstitute Legio Victrix. I know they are still loyal to you. Then sail for Nazamones immediately. A battle-ready army will be the last thing Lurko would expect. Do not despair. Know that the sun is brightest following the darkest day. See this as an opportunity. If we can turn the tables on Lurko, we can at last expose him for the crook he is. I await your arrival anxiously. Your Patronus and your dear friend, Lucius Licinius Lucullus.
I could not find Caeso, but I've brought Bestia.
Do not worry. I'm here, Cinerus.
You're looking good, Bestia. You have recovered from our last fight?
The injuries were not a problem, but I still owe the Arena Master for all the damages we caused.
It was not settled.
They begged us to stop before we leveled the whole place.
We should leave as soon as possible. But I don't think I'll be able to leave Rome so easily.
Is this about a woman again?
In a way it is. Do you remember that Sewa who approached us at Marcellus Vipsanius's? Well, it turns out she was telling the truth. At least, partly. She has given birth to a baby girl. Thanks, I guess. Apparently she tried to escape from Vipsanius, who incidentally is her dominus. The problem is, they're blaming me for it. Of course I didn't. If I ever decide to help another man Sewa escape, I will most certainly succeed. She claims to be the mother of my child. Perhaps she is, or perhaps she just knows Vipsanius and his people are naive enough to believe her. Marcellius Vipsanius has a reputation for mistreating his Seraway.
This may take a few days, but I'm sure we can prove these allegations have no merit.
Thank you, Nagate. I will now take care of our preparations. We leave as soon as possible.
Be careful, child.
Do not worry, Domina. I will make sure we return home safe and sound.
Alright, so we're paying for his attorney. And we're forming the Legion.
Salvete, travelers. Welcome to the villa of Lucullus of Africa Proconsularis. State your identity and intentions. My apologies for not recognizing you immediately. It's been a long day. The proconsul is currently preoccupied. Please wait in the courtyard while I relay the news of your arrival to him. All visitors are subject to our new security procedures. The proconsul specifically said there would be no exceptions. Please, wait here. It shouldn't take long.
Legate, a word?
Yeah, something's not
I don't
right.
think he recognized you. This doesn't smell right. Something's up. Little things. His armor is a bit too small for his body. He never called you by name. And did you notice how he failed to pronounce the proconsul's full name?
It is said he who possesses a deceptive heart sees only deception in other people's hearts. And it
Way
is
to go.
known that women are
Cineros.
deceptive by nature.
Wow. And that is why you're old but still single, Cineros.
Well, to err on the side of caution is wise.
Finally, some truth in the old man's words. We should kill them all.
Oh, well, that is not exactly what I was going to propose. In fact, it's quite the opposite of
Killing
what I-
everyone is the most cautious option.
Are you sure you know the meaning of that word? So what if he's rude and his behavior is not proper? Obviously, he's not Roman.
Not really. If we will fight, I'm ready.
If you wish. I don't think it's necessary, though.
I still think we should be arming up. I personally think we should not be messing around anymore. We used a spear and a dagger last time. I mean, it is an interesting idea to just use 2 daggers. Yeah, this is where it's getting awesome, because we have. What happened to that shield? What happened to our shield? Oh, it's under weapons. Four to 6. These are daggers. Lunge and overpower. She was using a spear that let her. Give her a gladius. She was using this one. We'll give her that. Right, that was a little painful, but I'd rather be armed. We're not in Rome anymore.
I apologize for the delay. There have been some security-related problems recently. We had to take precautions. There was an attempt on his life recently. Nothing we can't handle, of course. Still, we're instructed to take all sorts of precautions. Relinquish your weapons here, please. No one's allowed to bear arms inside the villa.
Are you not glad that you heeded my advice?
I don't understand. How did we heed her advice? They took our weapons from us again.
Unfortunately, only 2 escorts are allowed beyond this point. Do not worry. I will take care of your friends while you're gone.
This is really bizarre. Definitely setting us up for an ambush here. And the camera foes.
Now!
We're unarmed again.
Still standing! Impressive!
Oops. Can I get through that door? It does have 15 health. got a lot of guys. There's 2 more in there. We'll get everybody together first. Never good. Only good news there is he threw the caltrop somewhere. That's gonna hurt the green guy more than us. Alright. That is always good.
Apollo guides your hand, old man.
Asclepius guides my hand. He who knows how to heal naturally knows how to kill.
Dang it. Not enough. Disarmed, huh? The reason that's important is the only skill she really has left is the throw. Which of course was deflected. Oh, I forgot about those caltrops. Dang it. Caltrops suck. Man, I can't see those. Even worse. every single person has stepped on one. I'm stepping on every single one.
Does this hurt? Good, that means you're fine.
I have small problem here.
You are mostly fine. Get back into the
There we
fight.
go. We got 2 of them healed back up.
Still standing. I'll shoot as soon as I see the enemy. Ha!
By Zeus, look at you! Can someone prop this old man up?
Who else is bleeding? He is.
Does this hurt? Good, that means
Everybody
you're
get rid of
fine.
their bleeding. That's not what I wanted to do. Dang it.
Almost done. Let's get this over with.
It's a lot tougher than it turned out to be, but
What in the name of Jupiter is going on here?
Egyptians, Domini. They came out of nowhere. He locked himself into the study. They've killed everyone. The Serwi are imprisoned in the cellar. Praise Fortuna. Take the key.
okay, where's our weapons? Do we have our weapons back yet? Looks like we do. And we have this. Just looking for goodies, which is what I always do. See, like there's goodies right there. It looks like that's where I need to go. Looks like it just goes back.
Lucullus! By the gods! I'm sorry, Domine.
I don't know what that is. Boy, this really took a turn. But the foreshadowing.
These people were in a great hurry. My guess is they quickly dispatched anyone who posed a threat, then got ready for our arrival. They had no reason to waste time killing the Surwi. Too much risk for no gain at all. I'm not tired. I'm just angry. Very angry. Maybe it's the first time you've seen someone this angry. I think these are two separate questions. It is clear these killers were Egyptian. They took no care to obscure their identities. Their weapons are just lying around, and the murder weapon is clearly Egyptian. Honestly, the only thing that's missing here is a graffito saying Egyptians killed Lucullus. I will be. Eventually.
Domine? It is rare that I feel the need to mourn someone. Dominus Lucullus was always kind to me, and that is equally rare. I will do what I can to help. It looks like he was stabbed multiple times. The murderer was probably behind him. There are no other bruises, which leads me to think he did not resist his attacker.
Ah, the servant did it.
Perhaps. Dominus was killed with a small stabbing dagger. Judging from the wounds, I can tell the particular shape the blade had. Such blades are rare in Rome, but quite common in Africa, especially Egypt. It doesn't make any sense, though. Why would the Egyptians do this? It would be an act of war. It is wise not to, Domine.
Legate. He was the most exceptional mentor and the best friend I've ever known. They killed him, and I couldn't do anything about it. You know what? It's all my fault. We lost valuable time trying to sort out that mess I got myself into with the Serwa. Because of that, someone who's closer to me than my own father is dead now. It's my fault, Legate. Some hero I am. Vitellius Lurco, of course. That Filius Canis. I will strangle him with my own hands. He deserves nothing less. This all happened because of me. I delayed our journey. I will redeem myself by avenging him. That's the least I can do now.
I hope I will be allowed to serve.
I am sorry. He meant so much to you. How do you feel? It is too much to go through once. Even for one as strong as you. We will make war again, I guess. You are back in your element, it seems.
Ha! I disagree. A strong foe attacks head-on. A weak foe strikes from the shadows. Rejoice, Legate, for our enemy just announced how weak they are. We shall crush them with ease. Our course is clear. We know it's the Egyptians, right? Now, the first thing we need to do is start killing Egyptians. Eventually we will get the murderer. Most likely before all Egyptians are dead. See? It's cautious and wise, just like Cineros said. Then we should kill most of them. At least many of them. I hope so.
Domine. They were dressed like Roman legionnarii. We had no reason to suspect them. Not at all. The Legion has people from all over the world. It really happened too fast. All of a sudden, the legionaries started stabbing each other. We didn't know what to do. By the time I realised what was happening, it was already too late. Oh, but I'm not. The keys? Also, we have the keys. I swear, I'm not working for them. I don't know why they kept me outside. Thank you, Domine.
Legate, a rider arrived. She wants to talk to Proconsul Lucius Licinius Lucullus. She says his life might be in danger.
Tell her she's a bit late.
Now that is an interesting development.
Be careful around these Berbers. You cannot trust barbarians.
The merchant said he requires the proconsul's personal signature. Otherwise, he cannot make the delivery.
You are not the proconsul from Rome. I was instructed to speak only to him. It is a matter of life and death. I have seen him before, and you do not look like him at all. Who are you? I see. That is unfortunate. I am called Lunia the Golden Wolf, of the land of Nazamones, sent by Her Majesty Cleopatra Philopatora Thea Philopatora, daughter of Ptolemy Euletes Neos Dionysios Philopato Philadelphos. The Queen intended to warn the proconsul against the possibility of an assassination, but it seems I was in need of a faster horse. Many. This might come as a surprise to you, but not everyone likes Romans. As to the identity of the murderer, I'm sure the Queen can provide you with clearer answers. Of course, that would indeed be the best course of action. Except there's a minor complication you need to resolve first.
There's always a catch.
Cleopatra doesn't exactly see eye to eye with her brother. The pharaoh, Ptolemy Theos Philopator, has exiled her from Egypt. She's been taken by caravan through the desert to a distant palace where she will be imprisoned. She offers to reveal the identity of the murderer to you, if you will free her. Yes, the pharaoh is her husband and her brother.
Dun dun dun.
A queen does not lie.
But as Cineros would say, a woman does. It takes a full action just to call them out. It's only useful if you're like, if you can't actually attack, because you need to run, you know, really far. I'd rather do this. Or one of these. That's right. This is the one attacks people attacking your allies. Which is helpful because, so let's say you have a front line and they're up against you. This doesn't do anything because they have to actually move. Whereas this one is like the converse of that. What are our other choices here? Like that's always a good one to get. I'll grab this. It's saying I have unspent skill points. Oh, myself. Just not a fan of this one. Restoring health is fine. That's not horrible. I do bandage from time to time. The thing is I don't know how often I have a stunned, stuck, or knocked down in person. So that's sundered. That's crippled. I have this skill. This one, yeah, it applies crippled. I will just do that. Alright.
Thank you for saving us, Domine. I'm assuming water is going to be a bigger deal with the deserts. I also don't have any of my people.
To tell you the truth, I'm not handling it as well as I thought I would.
What's going on with you?
I guess I had a host of horrible memories locked.
So we still got our 4 generals, which is good. But see, all of our party members are gone, so it actually didn't matter that certain ones got killed. Oh yeah, it did matter, because look, they're right here. We can rehire them. Some of them are really low level. have 7 of them. So we can hire an archer to replace the archer that died. He's got skills all mixed up. That's a flag bearer. Not really a big fan of the flag bearer. This one has all the skills, but he's disgruntled. This is another destroyer. We already have one of those. Mixed skills. There we go.
Popped up from Greece, coming flooding to the
Salve, Domine.
You've been through this shit before.
Thank you for sending me those schematics. Salvete Legionari. What did you break today? I do have a family. I'm just not too fond of them. Oh, it's going great, Legate. Your Legionari continue to mistreat their weapons. Nothing delights...
Aquilinus? No, he's a good man.
Alright, yeah, so we need to make this. Looks like it's going to be a really good sword. As far as everything else, and then we want to make some tacticals. So this vinegar, it applies invigorated to allies, removes poison, removes bleeding, and 10% of your health. Whereas this is 50% and removes bleeding. It requires vinegar, which we don't have. And we don't have a vinegar recipe either. So we're going to go ahead. See, how did we get down to 5? I would swear we had more. 1. We're going to make 5 of them. Well, that's cool. You could narrow, I didn't even realize you could do that. And yeah, you could modify or whatever. And assign a Praetorian. And we hired this level 3 guy right here. He's perfect for doing those kind of things. And we have another one that we can put here. We'll leave it be for now, and then let's get Bestia healed.
Shiny
18 hours.
musculator, though.
He cares about the impression he makes, but I've fought beside him. No other Centaurio controls the battlefield as well as he.
So we probably want Bestia to heal before we intercept this caravan. No, we don't want to go anywhere. crafted items ready. One of the bandages are ready. Just explore our area. That gives us food. Let's go back. Alright, so we want everybody to have a bandage. And then one more. It's usually this guy that I bring on missions. And now we got the sword dilemma. The next attack will be a critical hit. Look at all the skills in this thing. Slashing, defensive strike. Pommel. Wow, those are really good. Then we're going to give this one to her. I just like this one better. Make a heavy act like a heavy. Alright, and then how are we doing? Bestia's back. Everybody's back. So let's go intercept the caravan. Oh, before I go, this is important. Our recruits were slim pickings. So we do want to put somebody here. This will dramatically increase the chance of new recruits matching the skill level. See, we're level 9. Because this has been upgraded, it's now going to be 7 through 12. I don't really want to put Bestia on it. So we got this guy that we can put on it. That'll be 35 hours, and that's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. These regions are very wide, or like north-south wide. Or tall is probably the better word. So you got stuff to pick up down here, we got stuff to pick up here. We already picked up one that was way up there. But let's go for the quest at the moment. Then these 2s, I think, is because we're in Act 2. These are upgraded things. So like this, look this. This is probably, it's a crappy worn shield, but it's already way better than the best shield we had in Act 1. Can't equip him. He's the one I would like to give it to. But that's alright. We'll give him... See, it's just straight up better. some kind of funky headband. Alright. And then when we did the quarry, we finally have roads. So we're going to be able to move a little quicker.
Legio Victrix? Here? I thought the legions of Rome had been driven from these lands. Those words are like a drink of water to my sun-dried heart. I am Rubrius Gordio. I am a Centurio. My men and I served Lucullus in Legio Prima Italica. We were stationed in a small outpost in Egypt to protect the trade routes and to maintain the consul's relationship with the locals. One day, the supplies from Africa Proconsularis stopped coming. We held out for as long as we could before we set off back towards Utica. We got lost. We can fight, Legate. If war has come again, we will serve Rome as always. Find me in your legion's barracks upon your return to camp.
So he's somebody I could possibly hire. That's pretty awesome. Alright, this game said there's no time limit, so let's do that. And we probably do want to approach that caravan at night.
You owe me a tally rematch soon.
Are you sure? I'm starting to feel quite bad.
There he is. He's a level 9 Triarius. See, the problem is I probably don't need. It's like this was the guy who does all the, right? You can see he does the architecture stuff. This was the other one that used to do it. And then this guy did the what did this guy do? He's level 7 for Pete's sakes. These are my two weaker ones, he being the weakest. I guess we can dismiss him. We definitely want to bring this guy on board. Or no. That's not the one I was thinking of, although he's... Oh, he's the one we just dismissed. Ha! I am spoken it. It is this guy. Level 9. That's pretty high.
Odd about this.
got a 9 to 12 damage pike. That's pretty impressive. Oh, this is something I never did. On a peninsula east of Troas, where he fought and fell, find our symbol on a statue. I never did that. Dang it, I didn't even pay attention. And, oh, he's got all the medic skills. Good.
Your
It's
luck
nice to have a
cannot
second
hold
medic.
forever.
At your
I'll
service.
meet you next time.
You keep saying this, but Fortuna proves you wrong again and again.
Our games amuse me. Even if I lose.
We can find another.
Alright, I don't know if I can get there while it's still dark. Yep, it's becoming light. We're gonna wait. So we gotta reduce them so they flee. And something tells me these guys punch hard. And I don't have my level 2 gear yet. Alright, first thing we want to do is get rid of this archer. Shiv. I need to fix my skills. And then get my archer up here. I do like that symbol shows who she can hit, I guess. Oh, I see. They can just walk right up here.
I still got it.
That you do, good sir. That you do. Let's get some heavies on these guys. Should have killed him.
Glad you're on our side.
You should be.
Move as one. We must do the same. We will fight to the last man if needed.
Jiminy Christmas. The poison thing's a bit much.
I'd appreciate some help. It's all right. You're going to live.
So the good news about the poison is if these guys try to come, they have to run through the poison as well. So that's something. Take some damage here. That didn't even apply what I was thinking it was going to do. Not very smart. Alright, so one is down. There's a whole boatload of people. I think my best move is to retreat a bit. And then with this one,
I'm covering this area.
I will take you with me to the afterlife. This way.
10 damage. Jeez.
I'll hold this angle. Was that
Charge
a
the
pain?
enemy! Cut them down!
What did he do? He temporarily got up and then died. That's funny.
Lure them closer. I'll shoot as soon as I see them.
Didn't like that, did you?
issue is, I'd rather be on this side of him than this side. He's gonna get to swing at us, though. So, do I run? Or do I let him take his hit?
Didn't see that coming, huh? I'm covering this area.
Gezil is watching us. By the ancestors, stay alive. Help me, brothers. Watch my back. I'll hold them from this side.
Finally got that guy down. So obviously there's a whole bunch of guys here, so which way do I want to go? Let's go around this way. Two more. It's always interesting. Still do this, which will hit 3 of them. I still think that's the best move. Let's get a little bit closer.
I will not die yet. Not while. Are you all right?
That shaman's just bringing everybody back up.
Lure them closer. I'll shoot as soon as I see them.
Having trouble? Fight! Fight for the freedom of your families.
Oh, was that as painful as it looked?
Boy, we're taking a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage. Bleeding applied to both. Just always fun to do. Oh, you can't cure poison. And you can't target yourself. I thought you could. down to 2 health. And he's poisoned. Can't bandage someone who's poisoned. Alright, this poison thing is not cool.
Only one remains. This was easy.
Warriors fighting them.
Wow,
These
we
Romans are
survived that
relentless.
just barely. That was tough. We sort of knew it was going to be because of the whole... We're in a new act, but we're still using Act 1 weapons. And all the enemies have Act 2 strength. We still won, but it was close. Gaius was almost done. Our main character almost went down. So yeah, a lot of these, like, look, that shield has 7 strength. I mean, that's a really good strength shield. I mean, I was gushing over this having 7 strength. That one's only got 5. Clearly that's better. Ah, this reminds me. I want to do this. Ever since we were disarmed and rearmed, we lost all of our skills. So this one, of course, I want. See, this one does multiple targets, but applies assess on them, which the next attack will be a critical hit. That's not horrible. This one applies stunned, which I think is pretty good. This gives deflecting to self, which will allow him to stay alive longer. This pushes the target away and moves you into the space. I mean, that's good for if you want to gain ground. Here's one. Run towards enemy in a straight line. But like this one applies bleeding and assessed to enemies. Whereas this one only applies assessed, right? So this is clearly an upgraded version of that. This one is dumb. I would much rather have that one. And then this here, I'd rather have either of these than this. Or even this one. I think this one's better. Alright, so that was one of them. Alright, he's got only 3 skills. This is the other one. Bestia has way better. See, these 3 stab skills are stupid. This one applies bleeding to enemies. Alright, we're good. We should be good. Here's another one. Both of those are good. In this case, I actually think that one is okay to keep. All right. I've been ignoring the poison cure stuff. I better not do that anymore. Because bandages don't work if you're poisoned, which completely ruins my plan to have bandages on everybody. Alright, so this cost me $50 and it gets them food. I think we're doing fine on food. And I can't have the Legion attack the next region until I figure out what that next region is. And yes, we want to do this at night, so let's get there before daytime. Oh, come on, daytime's coming again. All right. I will be right back.